हेलो भाई लोग, कैसे हो आप सब। आप सभी का स्वागत है आज के हमारे नए लाइव स्ट्रीम में। जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड, थोड़ा ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करना है। लेट्स सी हाउ इट गोस एंड हाउ इट्स लुकिंग। ओके, इट्स प्रीटी गुड। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट इट। फिलहाल हमारी सीरीज शुरू है इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस की। हम डेली नए इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस देख रहे हैं। तो आज का मैं पहले क्रिएट करता हूँ अपना फाइल। आज के लिए readme file.yaml। ओके, लेट्स डू इट। और आज का जो सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन होने वाला है, हम इंटरव्यू भी लेने वाले हैं। अगर किसी कोई इंटरेस्टेड है तो वो ज्वाइन कर सकता है। मैंने लिंक डाली हुई है गूगल मीट की। जिसको भी इंटरव्यू देना है या जो भी इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रिपेयर है अभी, हम उसका इंटरव्यू ले सकते हैं। आपको ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करना, बस जो हमारी दी गई लिंक है मीट की, उसमें ज्वाइन करना है। दैट्स इट। आप आराम से इंटरव्यू दे सकते हैं। और बेसिक क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे, ऐसा नहीं कि हार्ड या थोड़े मुश्किल। नॉर्मल क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे जिसको आप भी आसानी से, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट हो सकता है। ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट इट। सो दो आज का जो पहला क्वेश्चन है हमारा, व्हाट आर सिंबल्स यूज्ड फॉर इन जावास्क्रिप्ट। दिस इज आवर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ टुडे। ओके, व्हाट आर सिंबल्स इन जावास्क्रिप्ट। सो सिंबल एक डेटा टाइप है इनसाइड जावास्क्रिप्ट। बेसिकली प्रिमिटिव डेटा टाइप है जिसको जो ECMAScript 6 है उसमें इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया है। ये जो सिंबल डेटा टाइप होता है ये यूनिक रहता है और इम्यूटेबल आइडेंटिफायर्स रहते हैं। मतलब वो चेंज नहीं हो सकते मोस्टली। ये हर बार यूनिक रहेगा और एक ही रहेगा। गॉट इट। ओके, आफ्टर दैट द सिंबल, मतलब जो सिंबल के जो प्रॉपर्टीज होते हैं वो इन्यूमरेबल होते हैं इन फॉरेन लूप्स या फिर ऑब्जेक्ट डॉट कीज। ऑब्जेक्ट इज अ ग्लोबल ऑब्जेक्ट। आई विल शो यू दिस वन, ऑब्जेक्ट डॉट कीज। ये किसी से भी न्यूमरेबल नहीं रहते, इन्यूमरेबल रहते सिंबल्स। ओके, आफ्टर दैट ये जो सिंबल है ये बेस्ट होते हैं, सुटेबल होते हैं फॉर व्हाट, फॉर क्रिएटिंग प्राइवेट और इंटरनल ऑब्जेक्ट स्टेट। ओके, आई होप यू गॉट इट। आफ्टर दैट एक सिंबल का जो हम मैं आप आगे हम कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे इसको। बट जब हम सिंबल को डिफाइन करते हैं तो इसमें हमें एक न्यू कीवर्ड का यूज करना नहीं रहता। एक फंक्शन है हालांकि, ठीक है, फिर भी हमें न्यू, जैसे कि कंस्ट्रक्टर में रहता है हम न्यू कीवर्ड यूज करते हैं, तो यहाँ पे वैसे करने की जरूरत नहीं रहती। मतलब एक कंस्ट्रक्टर नहीं है, बेसिकली इट इज जस्ट अ फंक्शन। So yeah, let's see now. I will show you the example now. Let's see the example. Okay, let me create one symbol here. Symbol. Okay, and this is how we create a symbol. Okay, this is a global object, and we will give it a call. Right now, let me create another variable of symbol related symbol. My key. Okay, let's do it. Now I'm going to console its type. Okay, and then we will see, we have to see both of them are unique or not. Okay, let's see what happens. Console dot log type of symbol. Okay, after that we will see if they are equal or not. Console dot log symbol equal to same. Okay, now पहले आप read करते, let's see what happens. Node javascript basics.js. ओके, यहाँ पे देखना गाइस, जो टाइप आया है सिंबल का, मतलब वो वेरिएबल का जो हमने यूज किया है सिम1 यहाँ पे, उसका टाइप प्रॉपर आया, हमें मिला है सिंबल। और उसके बाद जो हमने स्ट्रिक्टली इक्वल कंपेरेटर यूज किया था, ऑपरेटर यूज किया था कंपेरिजन के लिए, उसका हमें मिला है फॉल्स, क्योंकि सिंबल जो है वो हर बार यूनिक रहता है। मुझे एक और चीज चेक करनी है अभी, ठीक है, अपने एक और चीज देखते हैं। नाउ लेट्स सी, अभी देखिए अभी क्या आंसर मिलता है हमें। देखिए अभी भी फॉल्स मिला, क्यों? क्योंकि जो सिंबल है वो हर बार यूनिक ही रहता है। यहाँ पे देखना हमने क्या किया, टाइप भी चेक करें और वैल्यू भी चेक करें। यहाँ पे देखना दोनों को सेम चीज़ साइन है, सिंबल सिंबल, नथिंग डिफरेंट। पर जो मेन चीज़ है, सिंबल ये हर बार यूनिक ही रहता है। आप अभी एज्यूम करने आप 5 वेरिएबल्स बनाए अलग अलग, और हर एक को आपने सिंबल असाइन किया। ठीक है, फिर भी symbol is going to be unique always. Keep this thing in your mind. This question can ask in interviews as well. So symbol it's going to be always unique. So that's how it works basically. Okay. Now yeah. Now let's move towards the definition of our first question. Okay. So first point is a symbols in JavaScript. JavaScript are a new primitive data type है, ध्यान में रखना, primitive data type introduced in ECMAScript 6. Okay, keep this thing in mind. ECMAScript 6. Okay, ES6 or you can say. Got it? I hope everyone understood it. Second point is this variable which we create using symbols are unique. Okay. Okay, let me write it down in this way. The variables which we create using the symbols are always, keep this thing in mind, always going to be unique and immutable. मतलब एक चेंज नहीं हो सकते, ठीक है, ध्यान रखना सब लोग इसको, immutable है, but it symbol. Okay, right now we write down this one important one. To create a symbol variable, data type variable, we need to use symbol function. Okay, here symbol function for it, and it guarantees the uniqueness for it. Okay, that's great. हमने कितने पॉइंट्स कवर किया अभी तक? 6 पॉइंट्स कवर किए अभी. या लास्ट पॉइंट, दिस वन इज द लास्ट पॉइंट. नो, आई गेस हम और 2 पॉइंट्स ऐड कर सकते हैं. ओके, लेट मी थिंक. ओके, हाँ, just give me a second, guys. Okay, what happened here? Stay in the call. No one has joined yet. Let's see when people will join. I don't know if they are going to join or not. Yeah, but we will do our best. No issues. Yeah, symbol. Okay, next point is that symbol properties are not enumerable in for, in loop, or object.is, which makes them suitable for creating private or internal state. And the last point is that the symbol function can be called without a new keyword. Okay, keep this in your mind, guys. The symbol function must be called without new keyword. Okay, I hope everyone understood it. किसी को कोई भी डाउट्स हो बिंदास बिना झिझकिचाए मेरे को पूछ सकता है. नो इश्यूज एट ऑल. सो या, so again एक बार मैं रिपीट करता हूँ. So the first thing is, what is the symbol? So basically the symbols, it is a data type which is introduced inside the ECMAScript 6 in 2015. After that, the second point is that the variables which we create using the symbol function are always going to be a unique and enumerable. Okay, to create a variable of data type symbol, we have to use the symbol function which guarantees the uniqueness of that particular variable. Call this data type, call it will assign with the data type symbol to it. So that's why. After that, the fourth point is that symbol properties are not enumerable with foreign loop, or we can say object.is as well. So that's why it helps to make them internal or private object set. Okay, internal state. And the last one is that the symbol function must be called without a new keyword. I hope everyone understood it. Let's repeat it one more time so that we will get fit inside our mind. Okay. Yeah. So what are symbols? So basically, in easier words, so the symbol, it is a newly introduced primitive data type inside the Mastermind 6 in 2015. The variables which we create using the symbols are always going to be the unique and immutable. After that, to create the data type of to create a variable of symbol data type, we have to use the function which is symbol. It is provided to us by the JavaScript, and it always guarantees the uniqueness to that particular variable. Okay. After that, the properties of the symbol are not enumerable with foreign loop or object.keys, which makes it suitable for the internal or private state. That's great. And the last one is that the symbol function is always called with the without new keyword, as it is not the constructor, it's just the function or global function which is provided by the JavaScript. That's it, guys. I hope everyone understood it. It's pretty easier and good. Okay, everyone keep this thing in your mind. Now we are moving towards our next question. Okay, let's do it. The next question is, what are properties in JavaScript, and what they and why, and what's the use of, and what's the use of it? Okay, let's do it. Okay, so in JavaScript, a proxy is an object that acts as an intermediary between the object and the code. Got it? I hope everyone understood it. In JavaScript, proxies are objects which act as an intermediary between the JavaScript code and the object. Okay, JavaScript code and the object. Okay, got it. I hope everyone understood it. After that, proxies are used to intercept and customize the fundamental operations of the JavaScript objects such as property access, assignment, function invocation, and many more. I hope everyone understood it. Right? Okay. So here's my example there is a good training. So I will just give you the definition. Okay, so what are proxies? Let's in JavaScript, proxies is an object which act as intermediary between the in JavaScript, proxies is an object which acts as the intermediary between the object and the code. I hope you understood it. Second thing is, these proxies are used for intercepting. Proxies are used for intercepting and customizing the fundamental operations of the JavaScript object, such as property access, assignment is assigning the values, function invocation and function invocation and more. I hope everyone understood it. So yeah, let's like regain it again. So yeah, what are proxies in JavaScript and what they are used for? So basically in JavaScript, proxies are objects which act as an intermediary between the JavaScript object and the code. Proxies are used for intercepting and customizing fundamental operations of the JavaScript object, such as a property assignment, functional invocation, as well as property access and more. So that's what proxies are basically. I hope everyone understood it in easier words. These are the easiest words that I can tell you. Okay. I hope सबको समझ में आ रहा है क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं. Thanks a lot for watching us, guys. हालांकि कोई वॉचिंग तो कर नहीं रहा सारा, पर देख लेट्स सी, we have to do our best, right? थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग अस भाई लोग, आप सभी का दिल से शुक्रिया. Let's repeat these two questions again one more time so that it will get fit inside our head, right? Okay, so what are symbols in JavaScript? Okay, so basically, symbol is a newly introduced primitive data type inside JavaScript, which is introduced inside the ECMAScript 6 in 2015. Symbols are always going to be the unique and immutable. To create a variable of symbol data type, we have to use this symbol function, and this function guarantees the uniqueness of the of its data type as well. Okay. The properties of symbol are not enumerable with foreign loop, or we can say object.keys, which makes it suitable for the internal or private state, internal or private object state, internal or private object state. And the last point is that to create a symbol, or like to create a variable of symbol data type, we never use new keyword. Always keep this thing in your mind, because most of the times what happens is we are calling the function, so we use the new keyword as like it is not a constructor, it is a global function which is provided by the Java. So yeah, that's it with the symbol. So the next question is, what are proxies in the Java? Okay, so what are proxies in the JavaScript? So basically in JavaScript, proxies is an object which acts as an intermediary between the JavaScript object and the code. Proxies are used for intercepting and the customizing fundamental operations of the JavaScript objects, such as property access, property assignment, and function invocation, and many more. Okay, I hope you have understood it. So that's it with this, guys. We are done with symbols and proxies. Now let's move towards the next question. Okay, so the next question is important one. Okay, this one is hosting. Explain concept of hosting in JavaScript. Okay, now let me drink some water. Okay, so what is hosting? So yeah, basically hosting is a mechanism inside JavaScript which basically moves. Okay, yeah. So hosting, it is a mechanism inside JavaScript in which variables and the functions are moved toward the top of the code during the compile phase. Top of the containing scope during the compile phase. That's what hosting is. Let me show you the example. Okay. Okay. Let's do it here. Now here, as you can see, I am going to create one variable here where a equal to 20, right? And here I am going to add console dot log of where a. अभी देखना अभी यहाँ पे क्या होता है. What do you think? आपको क्या लगता है क्या होगा आंसर? तो यहाँ पे हमें मिलेगा undefined. क्यों? Because of hosting. Hosting works differently for the variables which we create using the var, let and const. For all of them it works differently. Okay, let's see about it is. Here you can see what we got here. Here we got undefined. Now let's try with the let. Okay, same variable, only we have created it using the let. What we got? We got the reference here that cannot access a before initialization. Now let's try it with the const. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, here as well we get the same error. So basically the hosting works differently for the variables which we create using the var, and it works differently for the variables which we create using the let and the const. So yeah, here as you can see easily, right? So yeah, now let me do a definition. Okay, so what is the hosting? Okay, so basically hosting, it is a mechanism in the JavaScript which moves the variables and functions on top of their containing scope during compile phase. I hope everyone understood it. Hosting is the mechanism in a JavaScript which moves the function declaration and the variable declaration variables on the top of the containing scope during the compile phase. Okay, I hope everyone understood it. What is hosting? In easier word, hosting is a mechanism in the JavaScript which moves the variables and the function like functions on the top of their containing function declarations, not in the functions. Let's move to it. Declarations on top of their containing scope during the compile phase. I hope everyone got it. What is a hosting? Basically, hosting, it is a mechanism which moves variables and the function declaration to the top of their containing scope during the compile phase. Now, hosting works differently for the variables which we create using VAS, for the function expression, for the normal function, for the variables which we create using the let and const. It works differently for all of them. Let's see now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, variable declaration using var. Okay, for it, for these variables, when we try to for this variable, the declarations are hosted but not the initialization. If we try to access this variable before its declaration, it will give us undefined, right? See, variable declaration using let and for these variables neither is hosted. if we access them before it's okay. I hope everyone understood it. The next thing is functional expression. For functional expression as well, same as like let and or same as well. Okay, keep this thing in your mind, guys. Functional expressions, yeah. So how can we write it? Let me think about it. Yeah, for this we will get undefined before its declaration. Okay, next one is function. Both declaration and destination both are registered properly, means we will get access to it before its declaration as well. I will give you example as well. Okay, let's see the example of it. One function, let's create one function. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it here. Okay, okay, console log, and let's see what happens. As you can see here, what we got here, 3, right? But what is this undefined for? Let me think about it. Yeah, I got it. Why is this? Okay, I got it. अनडिफाइंड क्यों मतलब मैं समझ गया. यहाँ पे देखना हमने क्या किया है जो कॉल दिया है इस फंक्शन को, इसको दिया है कंसोल के अंदर. तो सबसे पहले क्या हो रहा, जो जब कोड एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा ना, तब ये जा रहा सबसे पहले ये कंसोल लॉग का स्टेटमेंट रेडी कर रहा. इसके अंदर जाने के बाद यहाँ से कॉल दे रहा फंक्शन को, कौन से वाले, ऐड फंक्शन को. यहाँ पे जैसे वो फंक्शन को कॉल देगा, ये फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा, हमें क्या मिलेगा, कंसोल लॉग डॉट हेलो. और यहाँ पे देखना, हम यहाँ पे रिटर्न कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे इस फंक्शन के अंदर, हम रिटर्न कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे, हमने वैसे ही छोड़ दिया है इसको. तो उसके बाद क्या हो रहा है, इसको रिटर्न कुछ नहीं कर, इसलिए यहाँ पे इसको अनडिफाइंड मिल रहा, कुछ नहीं मिल रहा. अब यहाँ पे मैं क्या करता ना, रिटर्न करता, ठीक, रिटर्न वर्किंग, ठीक है. अभी देखना क्या होता है. That's how it works, guys. I hope everyone understood it. It's easier, not that hard. You just need to keep some of the things in your mind. Now let's uh, reread it, or let me define you it again so that it will be fit inside your mind. Okay. So what is hosting? So basically, hosting, it is a mechanism inside the JavaScript which moves the variable and the function declaration to the top of their containing scope during the compile phase. So for the variables which we create using the var, only like the declarations are hosted but not its initialization. So that's why we try to access them before its declaration, which we declaration at that time it will give us undefined. the variables which we create using the let and const. If we try to access them before its declaration, then we will get reference here for both let and const variables. After that, the function expression. So for function expression, it's same as variable which we create using the var. The like declaration is hosted, but not its initialization. So if we try to access them before its declaration, we will get undefined basically. After that, the normal function. So for this function, the both function declaration as well as the function definition both hosted properly. Both hosted properly. So because of that, we get proper values here, and we can able to call the function before its declaration as well here for the normal functions. I hope everyone understood it. Yeah, so that's it with the hosting, guys. I hope everyone understood it. Now let's revise everything again. Let's revise everything again. What are symbols in Java? Okay, guys, what are symbols? Anyone know? No, you don't know. Now let me tell you what are symbols in JavaScript. Okay, so basically in JavaScript, symbol is introduced primitive type. It must be in 2015. Symbols are always going to be unique and immutable. To create a variable of the symbol, we have to use the symbol function, and this function guarantees the uniqueness of the symbol variable as well. After that, the next question is symbol as well. After that, the properties of this symbol are not enumerable with foreign loop or we can say object dot keys, with them internal or private object state. After that, the last thing about symbol is that um, like to create a variable state symbol, we must call this function without a new keyword, but it is not a constructor. It is a global function which is provided by JavaScript. Right, that's it with the symbol. After that, the next question is what are properties in JavaScript. Okay, so in JavaScript, projects are the object which act as an intermediary between the JavaScript object and the code. Okay, properties are used for intercepting and fundamental and customizing the intercepting and customizing the fundamental operations of the JavaScript objects such as property access, property assignment, and the last one is functional invocation and more. Okay. And more. What is hosting? Okay, so basically hosting is a mechanism inside the JavaScript in which the variable and the function declaration moves to the top of their containing scope during the compile phase. The variables which we get using the var, for them the hosting works in a way where the declarations are hosted but not its initialization is not hosted. So that's why if we try to access them before its declaration, it will give us undefined. But for the variables which we create using the let and const, the const, if we try to access them before its declaration, at that time we will get reference. It is not initialized in that. After that, for the function expression, it will same here, but the but not its definition. So if we try to access them before its declaration, it will again give us undefined. And the last one is that normal function. For normal functions, the hosting works except like perfectly. Like both its hosting works for both like declaration as well as initialization. If we try to access this function or call this function before its declaration, it will work properly. It will execute that function properly as well. Okay, so that's it with the hosting. Next question. No, my bad. Explain the difference as okay. We already know the difference between validate and const hosting, right? How does hosting affects function declaration and expressions? It will be the same. Nothing. First, we will, if anyone asks this question, give definition of hosting. Okay. Once you give the definition of hosting, then explain our like value. If we can do that, it will give us an error as well. Right? Yes, absolutely right. I have one question, guys. Let me. Does I want to know about this? Let me open ChatGPT. Okay, great. Okay, guys. So that's it with the hosting, and we are done for the today. Thank you so much for watching.